up in the northern Manhattan neighborhood of Inwood, a veteran artist and activist, someone with 40 years of experience, is taking on a pretty surprising new role: AI evangelist. His story is incredible. It bridges decades of social change, all the way from analog photography to artificial intelligence, and it all has one single focus: protecting the future of New York City's children.
So let's meet Keith De Cesare. And that title, AI Evangelist, it's not just about pushing new tech. For him, it's all about connecting this incredibly powerful new tool to a very human-centered mission. You gotta understand, this isn't just a laundry list of jobs on a resume. This is more like a blueprint for a career spent right at the intersection of art, tech, and social impact. And it makes him uniquely qualified for what he's doing now.
And this is his mission. It's a direct shot at one of the biggest challenges of our time. You know, as AI completely transforms our world, there's this massive risk that the kids who could benefit the most are going to get left behind. Keith's goal is to make absolutely sure that doesn't happen, right here in our city.
But, to really get his vision for the future, we have to go back and look at his incredible 40-year journey. His work with AI didn't just pop up out of nowhere. It's really the logical next step in a whole lifetime of community-focused work.
What's so powerful when you look at this timeline is the pattern. You see it, right? Back in '87, he's using a camera to fight urban decay. After 9/11, he's using art to help an entire city heal. At every single step, he has grabbed the most relevant tools of that time to tackle a pressing social need. So AI? It's not some random pivot. It's just the newest, most powerful tool in his toolbox.
And he is no stranger to technology. Not at all. He was literally there for the birth of digital creativity with Photoshop 1.0. He has this deep, fundamental understanding of how digital images are even built, right down to the pixel. So think about this. When he was managing the digitalization of millions of photos for the Corbis Bettman archives, he was already dealing with massive data sets and even pattern recognition for watermarks. Those are concepts that are absolutely foundational to machine learning today.
And this long-standing commitment, using his skills for the good of his community, it hasn't gone unnoticed. This kind of recognition from NY1 really highlights his deep roots and his proven impact right here in New York. So all of this experience, it leads him to the challenge that he's taking on right now. Because for all the promise of new technology, there's also a huge risk, a growing inequality in education that threatens to leave millions and millions of kids behind. Globally, the scale of this education crisis is just staggering. That number, 260 million, that represents children who don't have access to school. And as AI becomes more and more central to how we learn, this gap between the haves and the have-nots, well, it's threatening to become a chasm. And this global crisis, it has a very local face. Here in New York City, the digital divide is incredibly real. It's about families who just can't afford a tablet or reliable internet. It's about parents who really want to help their kids but don't have the digital skills themselves. And it's schools that are under-resourced and just not equipped to bring this new technology into the classroom.
So, faced with this challenge, Keith De Cesare and his wife Adriana, drawing on their own experience as parents and educators, they co-founded iVirtue AI. They didn't just see a problem, they actually started building a solution.
At the core of their approach is something called generative learning. Now, this is key. This isn't about replacing teachers with AI to just drill facts into kids' heads. The real innovation here is using AI as a creative partner, a catalyst that helps kids explore their own imagination through art and stories, which, in turn, reinforces those fundamental skills like reading and writing.
This slide really shows their holistic vision. The centerpiece is the AI Buddy. First, it's a personalized mentor that actually adapts to how each child learns. Second, it tailors academic content to keep them engaged. And third, and this is truly unique, it includes an interactive journal to support their emotional health. This blend of academic, personal, and emotional support all in one tool, that's what really sets it apart from so many other education tech solutions out there. And get this isn't just a theory on a whiteboard. For the past 2 years, they've been running a successful pilot program at the Dos Amigos school. They've been on the ground with students from kindergarten all the way to 4th grade, learning firsthand how kids interact with the AI, what sparks their curiosity, and how to best support teachers in bringing these tools into a real-world classroom. So the solution is innovative. It's being tested and it's tackling a critical need. But how do you take a pilot program in just one school and scale it up to have a citywide impact? Well, that brings us to the final piece of the puzzle, funding. Keith's track record of creating lasting impact, it really speaks for itself.
I mean, from his Art Aid work being immortalized in the 9/11 Museum to winning a prestigious Anthem Award. So with $200,000 in funding, he has a clear, actionable plan. It's all about launching mobile AI workshops to go directly into neighborhoods, getting devices into the hands of kids who need them, and, so critically, training teachers to bring these tools into their own classrooms.
Keith De Cesare's 40-year journey reveals this powerful connecting thread, using the most innovative tools of the day to empower his community. And his work today poses a vital question for all of us. Can this new frontier of AI, when it's guided by a deep sense of social purpose, finally help us bridge some of our city's oldest divides? His life's work suggests that it absolutely can.